there is a topic about unusual meal, so let's discuss the follow-up. Is fast food popular in your country?
Of course, fast food is quite famous among the people of my hometown. They like to eat it because they want to break the monotony of the routine taste.
What is the most common food in your country and why?
These days, people like to eat junk food more than the traditional food, as I said in my previous response, because they want to taste different type of cuisine. Therefore, they like Chinese more than the other kind of foods.
How is this particular food cooked?
Well, I do not have much knowledge about the cooking of Chinese food items as my culinary skills are not up to the mark, so I cannot make a general statement here.
Do people in your country still eat the same food as in the past or has it changed?
Eating habits has changed with the passage of time. Therefore, in the past, people like to eat only homemade food, but now they prefer to eat the food which are cooked by the chefs in the restaurants, as they like to eat junk food more than the other food items.
Are there many vegetarians in your country?
Some people of my hometown are vegetarian, whereas other like to eat non-vegetarian food items because they think that different kind of food items contain essential nutrients which are vital for their growth.
Are there benefits of eating a vegetarian diet and what are they?
There are a lot of advantages of consuming vegetarian food items, such as people get essential nutrient, vitamin, proteins, fats and other things which are essential for the growth of human body.
Are there disadvantages of eating vegetarian diet?
I do not think so. There are some drawbacks of eating vegetarian food items because food items contain different kind of things which are good for removing the deficiency of iron and iodine in the body.
Next topic is talk about something you think needs to be changed in your hometown. And the follow-ups are: is there a popular place to meet your neighbors or friends in your area and what is it?
There are various places which people use for meeting their near and dear ones. Specifically, they like to meet in the public paths as this place is very common among the elderlies. However, other youngsters like to meet in the cafeterias.
Do you think it is important for a community to have such a place and why?
Of course, it is important for community to have meeting places in life because this helps them in monotony of meeting the people at the home. By meeting the people at different places, they can enjoy the moment.
Do you think it's good to have a strong connection between neighboring communities?
Yes, this would be beneficial if countries have a good relation with their neighbor countries because this help in maintaining the peace in the nation. Along with this, it promotes the trade activities.
What are the disadvantages of a strong community?
There are some disadvantages of the strong community because in strong community, the sense of universal brotherhood will be at the peak. At that time, the dependency of people will be on others will increase, and due to the mingle culture they will lose their own identity.
Next topic is describe your childhood friend. And the questions are: do you still talk to your childhood friends?
Yes, I am a social person, so I like to keep in touch with my friends to whom I did study, so they are still in touch with me.
Has the internet changed the way people make friends? And if yes, why do you think so?
Yes, technology has revolutionized the life of man by leaps and bounds. Nowadays, people prefer to make friends on internet with the help of various kind of social applications like WhatsApp. But in the past, they were deprived of these kind of facilities, so they like to make friends in person.
Have you been affected by this change?
I have affected by this change because I do prefer to make friends on internet as it helps me in saving my time.
Why do you think people lose their childhood friends?
Nowadays, people have become materialistic. They focus on their career goals. Therefore, they do not like to keep in touch with their old friends because they think it is a wreckage of their precious time.
Is it important for young children to have friends?
Yes, it is good if young children have friends because they will get the secret keepers in their early stage of life to whom they can share with their things.
What influence do you think friends have on young children?
I think friends have a great impact on the children's development because with them they feel comfortable and they share their things which they hesitate to share with their mentors and with their parents.
Next topic is describe a leisure activity that you did when you were young. Is it important to spend time doing leisure activities?
Of course, leisure activities are the source through which people can explore their hidden talents and they can cut their leisure time in an effective manner.
Are there leisure activities that are popular in your country and what are they?
There are various kind of recreational tasks which are popular among the people of my hometown, such as youngsters like to play outdoor games and some of them like to play e-games, whereas other people like to go to park these days because these days parks are fully equipped by the fitness tools by the municipal corporation of the town.
Do men and women enjoy the same leisure activities?
There are various kind of leisure activities which are unisex in nature. For example, gymming is one of them. So both men and women of my hometown like to go to gymnasium for cutting their leisure time.
What types of activities do young people do for pleasure? And how about older people?
Older people usually like to sit with the people of their age group so that they can share their things and their views regarding different concepts. However, youngsters like to utilize their time by playing e-games or by visiting the different kind of cafeterias or cinema halls.
Okay. What leisure activities do you think will be popular in the future?
I think in future exploring the globe will be more popular activity for the human being because the curiosity of man regarding the exploration of world has increased with the passes of time.
All right. Next topic is neighbor. And the follow-up questions are, do you think people these days know their neighbors?
I think that these days people have become materialistic, so they are not much involved with their neighbors as compared to the past. They have become conservative.
Do you think in urban areas people usually don't know their neighbors or this is the same scene in rural areas?
Well, I do not agree with the later notion because in rural areas people live in a friendly environment, so they know the next door family very well. But in urban area, they usually avoid to interact with the people on the daily basis who
Right.
live in their neighborhood because of their hectic schedule.
What does national identity mean to you?
National identity is an identity that a citizen enjoy because due to the specific identity they will enjoy the multiple benefits as like fundamental duties, fundamental rights and the other rights which are given to them by the government of a nation.
Is wearing some specific clothes or eating some types of food related to national identity?
Of course, every nation has its own clothes and food due to which they are gaining popularity among the people. If I talk about the India, India is famous for its silk sari, which is mainly which is mainly imported to the other nations by the Tamil state. However, there are many Indian foods such as carrot pudding, which is locally known as gajrela. It is famous among the Punjabis.
Why do you think some people cannot benefit from belonging to a nation?
In my opinion, some people who are not much educated, they are unaware with their rights, so they do not have much knowledge what are the benefits are meant for them in the nation. So they are deprived of those benefits. Therefore, they like to migrate to other nations for getting those benefits.
Okay, the next topic is describe a place you visited where the air was not clean, polluted place.
Yes.
And the discussion part is what can people do to reduce air pollution?
I think that people should take various kind of steps for improving the air quality index. Like they should go by foot rather than using the public vehicle or private transport for commuting. Apart from this, they should not throw the things in the open air because this is a major cause of air pollution these days.
Okay, do you think companies take action to reduce pollution only when they are forced to do so?
I feel that companies should not only focus on this thing when they are compelled by the government. They should pay attention to this matter on their own because they are also human beings and they live the same environment. So it is their accountability to make the environment clean and green.
Do you think we should punish or reward companies for their actions on environmental issues?
I think it will be a good idea if government will punish or reward the companies regarding the environmental programs, because by doing such things, company will take initiative to improve the air quality index.
What can individuals do to protect the environment?
I think individuals can take various kind of steps for improving the environment, or by doing by organizing campaigns, or by taking their own steps at initial grounds.
Do you think we should do something to save the environment or just leave it as it is?
I think person should prevent the environment from being contaminated, because they have to survive in the environment, as well as this is good for the flora and fauna also.
Okay, do you think that level of pollution will decline in the future and why?
Yes, due to growing popularity of manufacturing plants, the quality of air will decline in future. But I cannot make a general statement over there, because future is uncertain in nature.
Next topic is talk about a situation where you had to wait. Do you believe that patience is a virtue and why?
Yes, patience is a virtue, because impatient person can never get success in life.
Do you think being patient is a skill we are born with or is it developed as we experience certain situations?
I don't think so. Patience can be learned with the passage of time and can be learned from the situations, because impatient behavior of a person can put negative impact on the situation.
So, do you think that we are born with that skill or we can develop?
We can develop it, and we can learn this thing from our elders also.
So, clarify in the answer, okay? Do you think the older generation is more patient as compared to younger ones?
Yes, these days youngsters are short tempered, because they think that if the things will be not according to them, they will lose their temper and they will react immediately. However, others, if I talk about the others age group, specifically the elders, they consider the situations very calmly and patiently.
Okay. Are you a fan of using social media?
Well, I do not like to use social media more, because I am a student, so I do not have much time for these kind of activities.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of social media?
As everyone has thrown, therefore there are some benefits of using the social media, and there are some loopholes which cannot be ignored by anyone. If I talk about the positive aspects, social media help in connecting the people of the different culture who live far away from them. However, the negative impact is that it may put negative impact on the privacy of a particular personality.
Alright, next topic is talk about a book. And the follow-ups are, do people in your country prefer books written by local authors? If yes, why? If no, why not?
Yes, people of my hometown like to read the books which are written by the local author, because they think that local writers use the local language, so they can easily understand the concept of that book.
How can a book affect people's thoughts?
As in the books, the most of the content is written, and some images are used for supporting the content, so people are deeply influenced by the content which is written in the books as compared to the content which they receive in the oral form.
Can a novel written by a country be useful to people living in another country?
Yes, there is no thumb rule that the novel of a particular country cannot affect the other people. Yes, sometimes the people are influenced by the novels which are written by the foreign author. If I take the example of Indian author, there is a book Wings of Fire which was written by Honorable Prime Minister of India named as Jawaharlal Nehru, has put a deep influence on the people of the other countries.
And how it was useful for them?
They have taken many inspirations from that book. Along with this, with the help of the examples which were written by him in the book, they inspired the huge population of a nation.
Okay, why do some books become popular worldwide?
Some books are gaining popularity at the international level due to their content, due to their volume, and the trend is that some books, on the basis of the books, some movies have already been telecasted by the famous producers. Owing to this, people curiosity regarding reading that book has burned up recently.
The next topic is describe something that you lost and found. And the questions are, why do people lose their things?
I feel that when people do not pay attention to their things and they keep the things not on the designated places, at that time they suffer from this kind of problem.
Okay, how can people prevent losing their property?
If people keep the things on their organized or designated place, then they can prevent themselves from this thing.
How can losing something be prevented in public places?
In public places, there are various kind of notes which are pasted on the walls, or there are various kind of announcements which are done by the public places authority. Like, people are responsible for their own belongings, so by doing this, they can prevent themselves.
Okay. Why do archaeologists search for buried items?
I think that excavation has played an important role in the life of man. Therefore, it bursts the curiosity of the archaeologists to find the remains of the ancestral things which are buried in 500 years ago.
What do they do with the artifacts they find?
Uh, in my opinion, archaeologists keep the artifacts which they find from the earth. They usually like to keep it in the museum so that people can observe them and can get knowledge about them.
Okay. Should those artifacts be kept in their country of origin or allowed to be taken out of the country?
I personally believe that the things which are found by the archaeologists should be kept in their own region in the museum, so that tourists will visit their nation for observing the thing, which also help in promoting the tourism industry of particular nation.
Next topic is talk about something special that you would like to buy in the future. Who do you think spends more time shopping, younger or older, and why?
I think youngsters spend more time on shopping these days because they are not good decision maker, whereas elders are a good decision maker and they do planning before buying the things.
Do advertisements have advantages for consumers, and what are they?
Yes, advantage. There are a lot of advertisements which impact the consumers in a positive way because they help in providing the knowledge about a particular product through which consumer can get the knowledge and they can consider their need of buy.
Okay. Do advertisements have advantages for the companies?
Of course, many companies use advertisements for promoting or for launching their product in the market so that they can tell the people what kind of the products are available in the market and how they can fulfill their needs instantly.
What makes an advertisement effective?
I think the way of providing the knowledge about the product plays important role, which make the advertisement effective rather than using the background music or a particular science star personality.
How much do you think advertisements can be trusted?
Some advertisements are reliable in nature, but the advertisement which spread the awareness among the people are reliable more because they show the reality of the exact thing.
Do you think advertisements should be regulated more strictly?
Of course, there are some advertisements which are objectionable in manner, so it should be regulated by the censor board.
Okay, the next topic is talk about a recent outing you had. Why do you think people go out frequently?
These days, people have a sedentary lifestyle. As they work from 9 to 6 from Monday to Friday, so they do not have much time to go out. Owing to this, they feel monotonous. Therefore, they just find the excuse to go outside.
Who goes out more, younger or older?
Youngsters like to go out more as compared to the elder population because they have a curiosity to explore the world.
Should the government encourage the public to go out by offering incentives?
Yes, in my nation, government has provided the privilege to the public servants, which is known as TA, means traveling allowance, so that they can encourage their employees to explore the world.
What do you think is the role of experience in making someone an expert?
Experience plays an indispensable role in making the person expert regarding the particular concept because without experience, no one can realize the significance of the efforts of a particular thing. When they have experience, they can explain the things in more detailed manner.
Do you think travel is as important as reading to expanding a person's knowledge?
Yes, there are different aspects which help in widen the horizon regarding the particular concept. So, reading provides the detailed knowledge of a particular place, whereas traveling helps in getting the personal experience of that place.
Is experience more important for teenagers or for older people?
I think experience is important for both age groups because with the help of experience, they can do the things in a better way.
All right, this is the end of this session.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.